in from other programs where their focus may have been in travel, tourism, or hospitality management as their focus. All of these students are here because at the senior level we have a course called Services, Marketing, and Management, which we explore different kinds of service enterprises within hospitality and without, and
Wonderful.
try to look at those service enterprises which we think or we experience as being successful, or that Forbes magazine or Time Out magazine or Elle magazine tells us that they're successful. And so it is with that introduction that I'm going to introduce to you, and please give him a warm welcome, Mr. Eddy Fontana from Bogota Latin Bistro.
Thank you all. Oh, this is great. You know, it's always interesting. It's been such a long time that I've been in a classroom, but I was always on that side. And here I am on this side. I want to share a little something with you just to start off. And it's Bogota Latin Bistro's mission statement. Bogota Latin Bistro is dedicated to elevating the status and awareness of Latino Colombian cuisine and culture by serving delicious food and drinks in a vibrant and welcoming setting. We do this by consistently providing our customers with impeccable service and by demonstrating warmth, graciousness, efficiency, knowledge, professionalism, and integrity in our work. We aim to maintain the highest levels of operating standards and procedures, focusing on the development of ourselves, our systems, and others as a means of strengthening our people, pleasing our customers, and fulfilling our mission. Core values that guide our efforts: assertive hospitality, generosity, professionalism, teamwork, respect for diversity, abundance thinking, highest operating standards, and continuous learning and improvement. This is read every single pre-shift meeting before we even get started, before we even say hello, how we doing, or anything like that. We break it down in sections. Everybody gets a little piece of it to read, to believe, to know. We do it in Spanish as well, as we have a Latin community in our establishment. And this is what we do. This is the basis of why and how we do things at Bogota. It should be a basis for all venues that believe in what they're doing. And it's my responsibility. I've been bestowed the great responsibility of truly carrying out this mission every day to our guests, to our staff, to myself, and giving it all the value that it deserves. Because it was truly, truly hard work and dedication that brought it about. I'm talking about two guys, George and Farid, who had a dream. Truly just had a simple dream. George wanted to have a restaurant. He was working as a manager at a restaurant, and Farid was in the IT industry. And as partners, they came together and just started believing and started knowing that this is what they wanted. But it had to start somewhere. And this is kind of where you start. You start laying out the groundwork, you know, foundation. Not just in the restaurant business, and anything and everything that you do. You truly have to. It's what really just keeps you going in the right direction. You know, systems and structures are in place just to avoid chaos sometimes, you know, so that everybody understands exactly what they should be doing, when to do it, how. After that, there's a lot of other things that come into play. Most of it heart. Truly, most of it heart. So let me tell you a little bit of the story of how I came back to, well, how I got to Bogota, but more than that, how I got back to New York after 21 years. Yeah, a little bit over 21 years right now. I left New York about 21 years, graduate of St. John's University, degree in healthcare administration with business minor in international studies, and here I am running a restaurant. Go figure. But I figured, you know, people get sick, people need food. I was going to be all right, you know, on either side. Enjoy the cooking aspect of things, you know, and yes, I'm a good cook. I enjoy it. I love it. It's better to cook for more people than just for yourself, though. It always is, right? Wouldn't you agree? It certainly is. So I left New York about 21 years ago, went down to South Florida. Family was moving down, sort of a natural progression, you know. Kind of did the same thing. Was in the nightclub industry here in New York. Did the same thing down in Florida. Spent about 8 years down there, and well, just kind of got a little bit sick of it and done, and almost perhaps even a little bit jaded. And decided I should pursue my degree, healthcare administration. And I had a brother living in Iowa. Bless his soul. Took him about 8 months to finally get me to say, okay, I'm going to do it. So I moved to Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. Yeah, that's cold. That's a cold place, man, let me tell you. That's a cold place if there ever was a place. But you know, I went over there with the hopes and thinking, you know what, I got this degree, got this wonderful piece of paper on the wall. Every time I write my student loan check, I wave at it. That's for you, you know. And I tried it. Got hired at Mercy Hospital. Was in an office, 4 walls. A kid that comes from the entertainment industry and, you know, that kind of thing. I was like, oh, yeah, this is not going to be good. I don't see anybody around me. This is not good. So there was an ad in the paper for a restaurant manager. Sent in my resume. 2 days later, I'm down for an interview. And the love fest began. It truly did begin. And it was a wonderful process, truly. I mean, upon entering this establishment and this organization, my first day as a manager was in the dish pit. You got to learn it all. And if there's ever a place to get humble and to understand it all, that's the place to do it. Hardest working cats there is out there, I tell you. But you get in there and you learn it, and you learn every step of the way. I was fortunate enough to work my way through that organization, from floor manager, assistant general manager, and so on and so forth. So it was a wonderful experience. The wings needed to spread a little bit. Had an opportunity to become a part of an organization from the inception. Literally an old warehouse where it was just nothing but empty space, dirt, and some old wood. The oldest hardware in the state of Iowa, Burlington, Iowa now, on the Mississippi. Good times, good times. But, you know, someone said, here's a piece of the pie. You don't have to put any money in. Just come and run it. Establish the manuals, hire the people, train them, do it all. I said, I'm in. I am definitely in. An opportunity like this, I would not ever would have imagined that I would have had the opportunity to do. And I got the opportunity to do so, and I jumped on it. But as I said, the wings started spreading a little bit. It needed to kind of flap a little bit. So as the saying goes, head west, young man. And I headed west, Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada, what a town that is. And a town that would stay in my heart for a long, long time as I grew, I flourished, I developed. I became a lot of who I am today because of that town, quite frankly. And it was a wonderful experience, of course, with the relationships that you build and that you grow into. It's just fantastic. But it was a wonderful pace. You know, I wanted to get into the union houses and see how it was, so I decided to first get into the downtown environment, you know, the old school Las Vegas, with the old hotels and such, you know, and get a feel of the union houses and how that worked. Figured it'd be another notch under my belt. Gotta have them, gotta have those notches. Then proceeded down to the Strip, to the good old Venetian Resort. Got hired there by an organization, needing an assistant general manager at some point. Went in. A couple of months later, I had the opportunity to really fast track, become assistant GM in this particular organization, this particular restaurant of the organization. And things just started going in a wonderful, wonderful direction. So time flies, moving forward a little bit, fast forward a little bit. I'm coming around now to my just about fifth year in Las Vegas. When I got to Vegas, I kind of knew and said to myself, I'm going to be here about 4.5, 5 years, give or take, you know? Just kind of get everything that I need. This is one of the meccas of the restaurant industry and hospitality industry, if there ever was one. This is certainly the one, you know, and New York is right there. And I said, I think it's time for me to go back home, because I always knew I had to come back home. I knew I wanted to come back home. So that process began. Started sending out my resumes. Had a job, was working, GM at another organization, and you know, comfortably, you know, nice paycheck, everything coming in. I could have stuck around, no problem, collected. That just is not enough, you know. That becomes old after a while. You need more. I needed more. So I started looking into New York. Came in for interviews, a couple of places. Those were fun. Got this whole must-have the New York experience. Still to this day. You know about it? Yeah, you know about that New York experience, whatever the hell that means? I still don't know. Honestly, I still don't know. I had a job. I'd go into places for an interview, very comfortable in interviews, you know. I figure I know what I bring to the table, so I'm not worried. My resume speaks for itself. I also know in my heart of hearts what I know, what I can bring, because you got to know that. You got to know your value. We'll talk about that later too. But I knew what I could bring to the table. Now it needed to be a matter of what are you bringing to the table for me, so that I can work the way that I know I'm capable of working in this environment. Nothing was hitting. Come across this ad make a phone call, answer some questions, yada yada. I'm like, okay, let's try this out. Looked on the website, started reading the story of them. I said, okay, sounds very interesting. These two cats, George and Farid, partners in crime, great guys, truly are. And began the process. Got the phone call. We'd like to talk to you. Fly into New York, go through the process of the interviewing. And just to kind of shorten the interview process a little bit, which it wasn't, trust me, I think I left there truly believing that I was trying to get hired for the CIA. Because there was questions, there was inquiries of all sorts. And I'm saying to myself, really? Is this what I want? I want to get a job. I want to come back home. I want to come to New York. I know what I'm all about. I can do this. I can do this. And I knew that there was a need, that they were seeking someone to just that missing little piece there. And afterwards, I started realizing why the process was what it was. And I accepted that. They wanted the best of the best. They sure did. They wanted to make sure that that interview process, as extensive as it was, wasn't one that would, you know, or truly I would say, they were hoping it would weed out the weak, if you will. Some people don't want to go through all that process. They don't want to deal with it, all the this and the that of an interview. But that was their process. And they owned it. And it was theirs to give and go through. It was my choice to go through it if I wanted to. I chose to go through it. And again, like I said, I had a job. I wasn't too worried. Like, if I got it, I got it. If I didn't, I didn't. I saw a need. I said, ooh, I can do this. I knew it. My heart of hearts, I can definitely bring something to the table in this place. Almost like I need them, they need me. And that's kind of like what started happening there. It's a mutual relationship that just started happening there before any choices or offers were even brought out to the table. And that's what it really was. Then you get to that point where you get the phone call, we've chosen you. Now keep in mind, folks, as you go out there in the world, you've been in interviews and so on and so forth, that the interview process is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street, folks. You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. Go in there with confidence. Go in with the know-how that you are bringing something to the table. Quite frankly, that you are a valuable asset if they hire you in particular. And know that. The phone call happens. We've chosen you. It's great. Like, wow. I'm getting back to New York. I'm heading back home. I got a brother that still lives here in our maternal home where we grew up in Brooklyn. And he lives there with his family now. And it was something that I had to think about as well. Like I said, I had to choose. I had to make a choice. I had to decide, is this a place that I know I'm going to be able to bring everything I have, everything I know, and just leave it right out there, day in and day out. So I got hired. I accepted. And here I am. And here I am. As far as I'm concerned, folks, the greatest industry there is. Truly the greatest industry there is anywhere, anyhow, any place. I don't care what you do. Valuable industries out there? Absolutely. Not going to knock any of them, not going to take anything away from them. But this is what I do. This is where I'm at. And it seems like you guys are here too, quite frankly. You've decided that. You have to kind of be a little bit egoless. No, let me rephrase that. You got to be incredibly egoless. You have to drop that ego right at the door immediately. What do I mean by that? You have to literally come to the resign in your head and decide and know and truly believe that you are here to serve people. That's the bottom line. It's called hospitality. Being hospitable. Giving everything that you are. Giving the best of yourself for the pleasure of others. In a nutshell. You got an ego up in this place? Drop it. Don't even think about it. You will not succeed. You'll get bruised. You'll get hurt. You'll get this, you'll get that. But you will never get success. You know, titles and saying you're a manager of this place or that place, you know, you don't wear that like it's a badge of honor or anything like that. You got to earn that badge every single night on the front line with your team, with your crew, no matter what you do, whether you're in event planning, been a part of that. Crazy times, getting these big old banquets together, making sure they go out successfully. It's work. If you're in the hotels, was a part of the biggest resort there is in Las Vegas, the Venetian Resort, Sands Resort Corporation. Huge. Whatever it is, restaurant, my love, you know? Earn it every single day. Ego out the window. It should not exist. Because again, like I said, you have got to come to terms and accept the simple fact that you are taking care of people. At the end of the day, it's as simple as that. It truly, truly is as simple as that. You know, when I came in for interviews, you know, you come across all these managers that wear their their titles on their chests, like they're Superman over there. You see them strutting around and walking it, and you see this coming around, not doing a damn thing, quite frankly, not making anything happen, nothing concrete, nothing substantial that's going to make a difference or have an impact. And they wear it around. I'm the GM of this place, this, that, and the other. Whatever. Worst question you could ever ask me at my restaurant. What do you do here? Ah, damn it. There's that question again. I'm the head busboy in charge. That's what I am. I'm not big on titles. I earn it every day. I go in there with the mentality that I am going to earn it every day. It's purely my desire. It's what I want to do. That's why I'm in this. It truly is. What's your name, buddy?
Oh, sorry. Edgar.
That's all right.
Edgar.
Edgar. Yeah. Come up here, buddy. Just stand up for a minute. I don't want to talk down to you. I want to talk with you. Edgar, how long are you in this in this whole program?
I'm a graduate student from LaGuardia Community College.
Wonderful.
I'm doing travel and tourism, and now I'm here to try to get the bachelor degree. Sorry.
Bachelor degree. Wonderful. Where are you from?
Dominican.
Good man. Santiago. Me too.
Hi.
I happen to be Dominican. I am. I'm proud. By the way, does everybody know Edgar? Yeah, you all know each other? Does everybody know each other here?
Most.
Most?
Yeah.
If you don't, do so. Because you see a face here, you see that face there, you might need something from him at some point in time in the future. He might need something from you in your service, in your industry, whatever you decide to do. Know it. He's going to be successful.
Networking.
Networking, baby, at its very best. It starts here. It starts in everything and everywhere that you are, where you go. I go through more business cards than anybody ever in the world. I'm in the laundromat, I'm in the cleaners, I'm in the gas station, I'm giving my card. Come see me. I even came up with a little come see me cards. I wish I would have brought one for my servers. For my servers. Come see me cards. I work such and such a day, blah, blah, blah. My name is so-and-so. That's their business card. Networking, marketing. Thank you, Edgar.
No problem.
Appreciate that. You have drive, you have desire, you want to succeed, yes?
Yeah.
And you're doing this because?
In the future, I want to open my own business.
What kind?
Not a restaurant.
That's okay. You can have one in the hotel. Why not? Feed them. While they sleep, they eat. Not a bad idea. You all have to have your reasons. It's got to be in there. You all have a reason. And you have to essentially, and at the end of the day, I ask this question truly is, are you truly willing to surrender yourself completely to the needs of others? Are you willing to do that? Putting yourself aside, egos and everything else aside, for the pleasure, like I mentioned before, of others. It's what we do. It's how we succeed. It's the only way to make things happen. You have to value what you do. Truly, truly have to value what you do. You got to honor what you do. Have honor in yourself. You know, I tell a story, we get stars, movie stars and celebrities and stuff like that that'll come about in the restaurant. People get all excited. Oh, it's a celebrity, so-and-so. Me, not because I'm cocky or anything like that. It's just because I'm Eddy. It's like, yeah, okay. I hope he's got money to pay for his bill. That's all I'm thinking about. People get all excited. Say, oh, don't you, you know? I says, well, you know what? I honor what they do. I respect what they do. They entertain the heck out of me if there's a good movie out there that I've enjoyed of theirs, show, whatever the case may be. But guess what? And I tell my staff this, I honor what I do. I value what I do. I run this place. I'm in charge of making sure that their happiness is all the way up there. That simple, innate, humanistic feeling that we all need. Very basic. Happiness. It's not anything less of them or anything like that. It's just that I value who I am. I'm Eddy Fontana. I happen to run Bogota Latin Bistro, or wherever. You fill in the names wherever you want and however you want. And they are so-and-so. And they're a good movie star. Great. I hope we can thumbs up each other, you know, at the end of the experience. It's that simple. I get asked these questions sometimes. What do you think as far as management is concerned? What are the key components? What's the key thing that you could possibly share? And my answer is always the same. Maybe it comes from the answer. Consistency and follow through. Two components that are crucial. Quite frankly, you have to consistently follow through. Every time, all the time, every day. You have to. It's the only way to get things done, quite frankly. It's the only way to accomplish the goals that you set for yourself. It's the only way that you can, quite frankly, attain success. You have to be consistent. And I'm not just talking about necessarily in your business aspect. Think about it in your personal aspect. The proverbial little to-do list, you know? Oh, I'm going to get to it tomorrow. Damn, tomorrow? When's that? It ain't now. It's today. We do that in our personal lives. Yeah, we write those little to-do lists. If you don't, start doing it, because I do. That way I have a guide. A lot of things got to get done sometimes, you know? But that's what you do.